over there.
And here we're about to add the vegetables in so they can cook through.
Okay. Okay, I'll set the oil over here. Good deal. And this looks like a vegetable oil, a canola oil maybe, which is a choice, or maybe a peanut oil that you might have at home. Again, a good polyunsaturated or monounsaturated choice there. Okay, guys, did it take a long time to cut up all those vegetables?
No, ma'am.
Got a flyaway.
Yes, we always have runaway vegetables in there too. So if I'm working at home and I come in, Nathan, would you recommend this as something that would be a fast family meal?
Yes, ma'am. This is very family friendly. It's fast to make. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to do.
Very inexpensive.
Okay, very inexpensive. I'm looking for that, that's for sure.
And it's a good way to use beef.
And it's also very healthy. It's one of the Kentucky Proud recipes.
Yes, I know. Plated Up Kentucky Proud. This is one of the official Plated Up recipes that we're using. And that project, of course, focuses on using seasonal fruits and vegetables in dishes.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is one of our summer dishes from a couple of years ago. Been a big favorite out there.
It's one of my favorites.
And I can see what Nathan was talking about, Jasmine, about vegetables that have a higher water content really beginning to cook down faster.
Yes, ma'am.
They're definitely losing size, but this is something, and stir fry, of course, gets its name from the fact that you are constantly stirring.
Exactly.
And you are frying in oil, but you're using very little oil to make it healthier,
Yes, ma'am.
and cooking quickly, very quickly.
And you can also add some garlic, which I'm going to do today. It gives
Okay.
it the extra flavor.
Definitely. Garlic is one of those great flavor agents that is wonderful. I noticed that you use fresh garlic. Could I use could I substitute something for
Well,
that?
you can use garlic powder if you like, if you don't have fresh garlic.
Okay, sounds good. I try to keep that on my pantry shelf, but fresh garlic really, I can smell the garlic over here looking at that particular thing. So
it's really
again,
good.
I know we talked about those different cuts, Nathan. Did you use a sirloin? Did you use another cut that you mentioned before in your
Yes,
lab
we do.
work?
We also use a sirloin, and you can substitute the meats anyway. You can use any of the beef meats, but the sirloin and the flank, these were two of the better cuts to the stir fry.
That sounds interesting, because I know the recipe calls for about a pound of steak.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
didn't say which one,
Yes.
but of course the leaner the cut, as you guys said, you would need to cut it very thin.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it'll cook
So
down
it'll
faster?
cook better,
Cook
and
faster?
it'll get tender.
Absolutely. And again, you might have to think about marinating.
Yes, ma'am.
This marinade today, what did you use as the marinade?
We use stir-fry sauce. I mean, you can use any kind of sauce, but the stir-fry is already ready for you, and it's more convenient. So that's what we're using.
Sounds like another time saver for this recipe for families there too. Excellent. I love the color that you guys chose, and I know when you were talking about my plate, Nathan, one of the big proponents for people using my plate is to actually add color to your
ma'am.
plate.
Most people think that you have to add fruits and vegetables, but what they don't know is you can make half your plate just fruits, or you can make half your plate just vegetables and get the same amount of nutrients.
Great. But the idea is to increase those two food groups.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So did you guys have any trouble with a particular color of vegetable going in the stir fry before today, or do you like all colors?
I personally like all colors. I love vegetables.
Me, I'm a little more picky, but in this recipe, I've learned to enjoy them all.
Well, that's a success right there for the My Plate series there too. So Jasmine, how long do we cook those vegetables like that?
Just for a few minutes. Just cook it down till it gets, kind of loose and tender.
Okay.
Not real crunchy.
Right, okay. Most of the time when you are stir frying, that heat being at the higher temperature continues to cook for a longer period of time than we actually think. So I can understand why you're recommending not to cook the vegetables too much in the beginning. Looks good, excellent. So as we look for these steps now, are the vegetables almost to the point that we can go ahead and kind of
yes,
add the
ma'am.
beef? Okay.
You want to pour that in?
Okay, so we're putting the beef back in once the vegetables have cooked down some that I can see. Beef strips go back in. They're being added, and again, back to that beef. It continues to cook some. And then I think you've got a couple of other ingredients.
We also need to add our stir-fry sauce.
Half a cup.
Now I can see how that could be a convenient product. Sounds like it's got a little soy sauce in it, a little oil, again, some other spices. So that's a pretty convenient product.
And if you like spicy stuff, you can add some red pepper flakes to your liking. So that's what we're going to do today.
So did you guys like the red pepper flakes in the
Oh, I
class?
love it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Gives it a little bit of spice to it.
And you know, in some other times when I made some other stir fries, I've even added some peanuts to them too to add a little crunch.
Oh, wow.
A little different flavor there. And a little, oh wow, that looks wonderful.
Looks really good. It's almost done.
It's almost done there. So I tell you what, as these guys finish up, we're going to take a break and we'll come back. You'll meet someone else who will talk again about the benefits of the meal. So Nathan, Jasmine, thank you for sharing this
Thank you.
recipe.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. It looks great. And stay with us. We will be right back.
When you earn your GED diploma, the barriers in your life fall. Take the first step and get free GED information in your area at 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or yourged.org. Earn your GED diploma and begin your brighter future.
Well, welcome back to the Extension Office Kitchens. And of course, Brittany, I can smell this delicious stir fry, and it is a good looking recipe, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is. And we are back, of course, with yet another member of the culinary class. This is Brittany Smalling, and welcome, Brittany. So glad to have you here today as well.
Thanks for having me.
Great. And I know people want to know, you can tell us a little bit about yourself and why you took the culinary class.
I'm a senior at Allen County Scottsville High School, and I took the class because I'm going to be attending Sullivan University in Louisville in September, and I'm going to be going for baking and pastry arts, but I wanted to take this class so I could, brush up on some of my skills a little bit more.
Well, great. Sullivan's a great school. I know you're really going to enjoy the atmosphere there as well. And Brittany, we've got the plated meal here with the stir fry as well. And this is a beautiful meal. Nathan and Jasmine did a great job with the recipe there too. But now, as families look again at choosing a beef cut over chicken or pork, why would I look at this in terms of cost? What would entice me with this meal? Is it cost effective?
Yes, it is. Typically, meals like this would cost only like $3 per person.
Wow.
So if people would go by the USDA recommended amount for beef, which is only about 3 ounces per person, then they would be saving a lot of money instead of just buying the whole pound or whatever
Okay.
it is.
So we could buy smaller portions.
Yes, you can buy a whole lot smaller portions, and in fact, you only need a patty that is about as big around as your palm.
So when I'm looking at the proportion of beef, I can really up the proportion of vegetables,
Yes, you can.
and that increases the amount, and it makes it more cost effective.
Yes, it is.
It does too. And I've noticed that you've chosen a side here. This looks like a delicious rice on the side, but it's a different color, I think.
It's whole grain rice.
Okay.
On my plate, it says that they want the grain to be at least half whole grain. You can also choose white rice, but this is a lot healthier.
And I'll inject a personal comment in here. I love the flavor of it. Do
Yes,
you
I
like
do.
it?
I love
Yes.
rice.
I do too, and I love the whole grain brown rice and the wild rice and all of those as well. So I think it tastes better, for no other reason to
And it
choose
goes very good with the stir fry.
It does, doesn't it? It really complements the stir fry that we have plated today and there too. So when you were working in the lab, Brittany, did you have a preference in terms of the flank steak or the sirloin? We talked about the different cuts there.
I really didn't have a preference because, I like them both, but
Okay.
we did use the flank steak, and it is very, very good. Even
Okay.
if it's lean, it is very good.
Right, so just because people might be afraid that it might be too tough, by slicing it, you can actually tenderize, can't
Yes, you can.
Absolutely, there as well. So again, we've got a great cost-effective meal here today that Brittany is pointing out in terms of what we're looking at, and it's a great choice with my plate. And the culinary arts kids have done a great job with beef in the classroom. So again, you're going to be studying at Sullivan. Is that right, Brittany?
Yes, I am.
Okay, okay. And be moving there in the fall to take that. And you'll be working with a lot of different dishes up there.
Yes.
Absolutely. So again, this particular recipe today, of course, is part of the Plated Up Kentucky Proud series. And as we've talked about today, that's a series of recipes that are available to you at your local extension offices with each season. And we've got new recipes out right now. A red potato salad, a potato and kale soup, so stop by and see us. Well, Brittany, thanks for sharing with us how cost-effective this meal is today as well.
Thank you for having me again.
Great, great. And we'll meet the rest of the class in a moment, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm returning your stuff. Your motor oil, your paint, and all your other trash. You dumped it on the ground and it washed down the storm drain and into my water. Don't let it happen again. Or next time, I won't be so nice.
Stop polluting Kentucky's water by keeping trash off the ground. To find out how you can help, visit our website.
And thank you for joining us today from the program. And the Allen County Scottsville Culinary class would like to leave you with this message.
Eat beef!
And of course, if you'd like more information, contact your local Cooperative Extension Service. This is Janet Johnson with the UK Cooperative Extension Service wishing you a very good day.